What we can do for the cost of sales, just as we did with the others, we Control X, Control copy this. We can paste it here under the sensitivities control input, Control V. And just as we did with the work, we can hit F2 and we reference the cell with F4 once, and we can copy that, Control C, and paste it here, Control V. So we have that set up there. Now we can highlight all of these, hit Control 1, remove the borders. So we have that set up there. So now what we want to do next is we now want to set this to be equal to if in brackets. So we go if and we open parentheses and we go to our DCF tab. We set that if this sensitivity input here for the discount rate, the weighted average cost of capital, if this is equal to a blank, two quotes, then what we want is go to the control panel. What we want is we want it to pick up here this cell F28 for the calculations of work. So that is exactly what we are doing there. So if that cell is equal to a blank, then this is what we want. Otherwise, we switch back to the DCF tab and let us give us this discount rate here. So having that done, we can close that and we press enter. So we can do the same thing for the terminal value EBITDA multiple. So it's going to be equal to an if statement. So if we go to the DCF tab, we say that if this terminal value EBITDA multiple is equal to, if the space here is equal to a blank, it means it's true, then let this terminal value EBITDA multiple proceed from the control panel tab. Let every calculation proceed from here instead. So let it proceed from here, the terminal value EBITDA multiple, it will proceed from here. Otherwise, let it proceed from this DCF sensitivity input here. We can close that or press enter. We can do the same thing for the base case annual growth topper. So it's going to be equal to an if statement saying if the DCF tab, if this sensitivity input here for the base case annual growth topper is equal to a blank, then switch back to the control panel. What we want is to proceed with the annual growth topper. Every calculation should be linked into the cell 09. Otherwise, let the calculations link to this case annual growth topper here. Close that, press enter. We can do lastly for the cost of sales. is going to be equal to an if statement. If we go to the DCF tab, if this cost of sales as a percentage of revenue under this sensitivity input is equal to a blank, what we want, go to the control panel, is to give us cost of sales here. So all of the calculations in the model should proceed from here if that space is equal to a blank. Otherwise, let the calculations proceed from our cost of sales sensitivity input here. We can close that and we press enter. So now, just to demonstrate some few things, if we switch to the DCF tab, for example, we used the weighted average cost of capital of 8%, which we calculated from our work. So if we set this up to be, let's just 5%, in the sensitivity input here, as you can see, it changes the equity value calculations here, it changes the enterprise value calculations, and it amounts to something different. So if we Control Z that, you can see that it's giving us something else. If we remove that, so you can see it's working quite well. So if we switch this to, let's say, discount rate was 12%,